Look, I don't care who it is. When Tom Brady first picked up a football, he did not have like the skill to throw like he had in the NFL once he left the league. There's no way he did. He had a first time. Michael Jordan had a first time. We all know the stories of him getting cut from his high school team and all that kind of stuff. He had a beginning. LeBron had a beginning. So my point is, nobody looks good at first. Nobody does. You have to have a beginning. So don't let your perception of how you think you look, you know, or how you think people will be looking at you keep you from starting some new physical activity, keep you from stepping foot in the gym. Good morning, y'all. Sean here, empowering you to look better, feel better, and to take full control of your health. So, about maybe 15 years ago, 14, 15 years ago, I made the decision that I wanted to be able to do pull ups and chin ups and whatnot. And for most of my childhood growing up, middle schooler, high schooler, I couldn't really do pull ups. I couldn't. I couldn't. It's like no matter how much I struggled, I couldn't pull myself up. And now, of course, I it makes me chuckle to kind of think about that, how weak I was. But that said, when I was about 24, 25 or so, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna work on these pull-ups and stuff. I'm gonna work on my calisthenics. And so my job enabled me to have access to a gym. So I started going to the gym and I was working on that. I think at least 3 days a week I was working on those. Now, what I started with my pull-ups and my chin-ups was like embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Like literally, when I would pull up on the bar, I couldn't quite get all the way up. So, you had to get some momentum to kind of get up there. And my range of motion was shallow. And I know I just looked crazy up there. I know I did. Okay. And so, but I worked at it for week after week after week after week after week. And I would add reps and add more reps and whatnot. And then I would increase my range of motion. And fast forward, I don't know, maybe like a year or two. And I was able to do, I remember I tried to test out whatever my max was, and I got like over 20 reps of like chin ups. And I was going down, almost full lockout and of course chin over the bar. And then of course I also saw physical results too. Now the reason why I'm telling you that is because there's this thing that we let hold us back from, for example, doing an exercise or something like that, or joining an exercise class or something like that. And it's this thing that we do where we let ourselves kind of get embarrassed by how we look. We let ourselves get embarrassed by how we think we look to other people. And so therefore we don't do the thing. Okay. Or we kind of feel like, somebody says, hey, you should try to do again, maybe some sort of exercise class or something like that, or you should try to lift weights, or you should try to some sort of physical activity you haven't done before, and you're like, oh, I can't do that. I want you to think about that. Think about that. If In all due respect, but if you'll think about that with me, you'll understand how silly that is. Look, look, I don't care who it is. I mentioned LeBron James last episode. I mentioned him now, or you can think about any other favorite basketball player or sports player, Michael Jordan, or I don't know, Tom Brady, whoever. When Tom Brady first picked up a football, he did not have like the skill to throw like he had in the NFL once he left the league. There's no way he did. He had a first time. Michael Jordan had a first time. We all know the stories of him getting cut from his high school team and all that kind of stuff. He had a beginning. LeBron had a beginning. You know, all these people had a beginning in their sport or their physical activity. People who were running track, a lot of them probably did have talent, but they weren't nearly as fast as they got whenever they actually started to like really train. So my point is, nobody looks good at first. Nobody does. You have to have a beginning. So don't let your perception of how you think you look, you know, or how you think people will be looking at you, keep you from starting some new physical activity, keep you from stepping foot in the gym. Don't let it do that, because when you do that, you're thinking about yourself too much. Now, somebody might be looking at you. Somebody may think that you look silly, but the thing that we have to understand is all of us have a responsibility to unlock the potential on the inside of us. The main potential I'm talking about here, of course, is your physical potential. Doing whatever you can to take care of your health and to get in good shape, to be agile, all that kind of stuff. But there's other potential in there as well. And the point that I'm really wanting to make is, if you think you can if you think that you were supposed to already be good at that thing, you were already supposed to be in shape, or maybe it's somebody who you used to be an athlete, but then now you don't really want to do anything. Like if somebody said, "Hey, come out here and let's do this stuff," but you think about, well, I used to be able to do this, but because I can't, I don't want nobody to see me not able to, let go of that, man. That's like I said, all due respect, but it's silly. So you have to really like give yourself the opportunity to be human. Get started. Don't worry about how you look. If somebody's paying attention to you, starting pull-ups for the first time like I was, and they kind of criticizing your form, let them do that. Chances are they probably not even worried about you. But if they are, that's their problem. That means that they're not focusing on what they need to do. Give yourself a chance to start. Go ahead and start walking. Go ahead and start the class that you wanted to start, but you were scared about how you might look. It could have been spin class or martial arts, or you could be starting calisthenics like I did a long time ago. Um, just get started, man. Just get started and banish out of your mind that whole idea that you were supposed to already know how to do it. Okay. All right, y'all. The biggest reason I've seen that most people struggle for years and years to lose weight is because of their diets. The truth is, adopting a healthy diet and learning how to maintain it for the long term is mandatory for successful weight loss. And it's the key difference between those who are successful and those who are not. With my group diet coaching, I guide you through key strategies to transform your diet into a healthy, fat burning diet. My coaching includes customized diet tips just for you, a weekly food journal review. Yes, I will review your food journal every week to make sure that you are on the right track. A weekly group coaching call where we all get together to discuss our progress, as well as access to my workout video library. So you have strength training workouts that will help you to sculpt your body while you lose weight. Go to patreon.com/Sean B2B Fitness and join my group diet coaching program today so that you can start being successful on your weight loss journey while transforming your overall health. If you like this content, you might also be interested in one of my books. Learn how you can take steps literally today to successfully manage, control, and overcome common issues such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and belly fat. It's all about putting power back in your hands to improve your own health. Get your book copy today by the links in the description or by visiting seanmcclennan.com/books. Also, don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe, and join my email list at seanmcclendon.com/subscribe.